Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. Today we are going to talk about my final wildcard team for game week 6. Henderson finally kept a clean sheet and 2 bonus points, 9 points for Henderson, but I think despite this clean sheet, he's still a definite sell for me. He's not my goalkeeper for wildcard. Alexander Arnold finally delivered and got an assist and 2 bonus points. I bring him for this game, bring him for this double-digit haul. I thought about captaining him in this game week, but I think Mo Salah was a better and more safer pick. Salah has an assist and 6 points. A little bit disappointed from him. Rodgers finally delivered 2 assists and bonus points. 9 points, same as Henderson finally rewarded me, and interestingly he got 5 patience involvement in the last 3 game weeks, which is very amazing for this 5 million assists. Eze blanked again, and I think it was his last chance in my team and mostly want to be in my wild card. Muniz got an assist from the bench, and thankfully Jota was in substitute and I'll get Muniz off the bench for him. Jota finally is benched after getting 60 minutes and less than 6 minutes in the last game week, and it's time to sell him. I think it was fair enough and decent start for the game week, but Sunday matches were very disappointing. I think both of Pedro and Guardiola registered only 1 point from both of them. Haaland scored and got 3 bonus points, and I scored my captain with Salah, but anyway, I think my differentials were very poor. And let's start now discussing my team for game week 6. I've already made 13 changes to my original team. I consider the wildcard the most important game-changing chip in FPL, and using it correctly, properly, can significantly improve your rank and for several weeks. It also has a substantial impact on both your points and team value. Game week is shaping up one of the most popular times wildcard. I recommend activating your wildcard if you are in the same situation. You have already loaded up on Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Brighton assist, Pedro is injured, Crystal Palace frustrating, and Newcastle, Zach is injured, and their defensive assets are very disappointing. It's also wise to consider if you have multiple unavailable players like Kwanzaa, Nkunku, and Barco. Haaland and Arsenal assets are must-have. I have no player from Arsenal. You might need to restructure your team to afford these premium players. Focus on teams with favorable fixtures such as Arsenal, Aston Villa, Brentford, and Bournemouth. And this is my strategy, and I recommend following it if you have the same problems in your team. If you have watched my last video about my current wildcard team, I have some changes to it. Mostly it will be for the front line. Pedro is injured, so he isn't available and won't be in my starting 11, and my 15 players. I'm going to switch to a 6 million forward option at the 6 million price point. There are several forwards worth considering. Right now I rate Wood and Calvert-Lewin ahead of Pedro, who is doubtful for next game week and may be benched again. Game week 7 Rutter recent performance has threatened Pedro minutes. Both Calvert-Lewin and Wood have favorable fixtures and top picks for many FPL managers. Only Watkins and Haaland has registered more big chances than Wood this season. Wood also to Nottingham Forest penalty last weekend, a huge advantage for his owner, and with 3 goals and 8 points in 5 game weeks, he is delivering impressive value for a 6 million forward. Meanwhile, Calvert-Lewin on penalties and returned in 2 of the last 3 game weeks. I think most of them are good picks. It's very close to pick only one of them. Very close, and slightly leaning towards Wood for his consistency from last season, and I think Nottingham Forest are better attacking team than Everton. Please help me in comments. Help me which one to target, Calvert-Lewin or Wood. Slightly leaning towards Wood, but what's your pick? What's your decision? In my last video, I planned to get Jackson, then switching to Solanke around game week 8 or game week 9. I think Solanke only started 3 game weeks so far, but it's encouraging to see he's playing about 90 minutes per every game. He brought up decent underlying stats, and now Son is injured. I believe he's likely on penalties as well. He missed 3 big chances last weekend. If he had scored a hat-trick, everyone would have been talking about him now. But Jackson has been subbed close to 6 minutes in 3 of the 5 game weeks, which is not optimal, and I'll target Solanke for his amazing finisher, which is much better after game week 7. So I prefer to avoid booking transfer and get Solanke from game week 6 for his expected minutes, for his decent form, and I think he is likely to be on penalties as well. And Haaland has scored in each of the first 5 game weeks, with ownership now exceeding 70%. He will likely to be the most popular captain pick in upcoming game week, and many managers will treat him as a permanent captain. I think Haaland is very essential. He should be a 100% ownership, to be honest. I think I'm lucky that I'm one of the 7 million. And regarding midfielders, Mbeumo, Brentford talisman, has firmly established him as one of the standout attackers during their favorable run of features. He is on penalties, takes some free kicks, and play full 90 minutes. With stunning gun and with Mbeumo is a main man for Brentford. The team is highly attacking at home, having failed to score at home once last season. 3 home fixtures in the next 4 game weeks, great advantage, and Mbeumo should be involved in plenty of goals. Another one who is a target for wildcarders is Arsenal attack, which is, for me, is Saka. Arsenal has the easiest schedule over the next 3 game weeks. One, from attacking perspective, home fixtures against Leicester City and Southampton should be faithful, making them strong captaincy options for the upcoming game week. And now, what about Salah? I think I'm not getting Salah in my draft. Diaz offer great value. 5 million difference between him and Salah is huge, to be honest. Every single combination I made without Salah can outscore him, to be honest. Salah isn't my captain for next few game weeks as well. Diaz looks more direct selfish this season, and he has 3 double-digit goals in 5 game weeks. Very tempting. I think 5 million difference can make huge improvement and change in my team. I think it's time to say goodbye for Mo Salah after his impressive 5 game weeks, but recently he's not in great form. Diaz will be my midfielder from Liverpool. I know his expected minutes aren't high, but he can do damage and do decent performance in only 45 minutes. And finally, it's Rodgers from Aston Villa. Finally, he delivered and got 2 as 3 bonus points last game week. He's your favorite budget midfielder to target. Lively involvement in 5 big chances over the last 3 game weeks, who has been a bit unlucky until recently, with Aston Villa facing teams that struggle defensively over the next 4 game weeks. Rodgers should be in my squad and treat him as an 8th midfielder, strong, starting him only in easiest matchups. And guarding my backline and defenders, looks like I'm not getting Guardiola, selling him in my wild card. I will tell you what's my idea on this. Man City has kept 0 clean sheets in the last 4 game weeks. Gabriel was benched one of them, and I think it's not optimal for a 6 million defender, especially when Arsenal and Liverpool defenders per person, Saliba, Gabriel, has secured 3 and 4 clean sheets respectively. Rodri injury will also have a significant impact on City's defensive stability. I recommend selling Guardiola, to be honest, and I think if you are targeting a defender from Man City, it will be Rico Lewis. He will get also some rotations and we will start, but for 5.7 million we can accept it. So basically I should start with Gabriel from Arsenal. I think he's a must-have. His turns have been phenomenal, scoring against both of Man City and Spurs while keeping a clean sheet against Aston Villa and Tottenham. He's currently top scoring defender after 5 game weeks. Arsenal goalkeeper Raya is also leading the shot, but looks like he is doubtful for game week 6. This tells us that Arsenal defenders are fixture proof, and I think they were escaping a long term. Gabriel set and forget big for me for the end of the season. Second pick is from Liverpool, which is Alexander Arnold. He has decent performance and decent numbers, to be honest. I think after his double-digit goal against Bournemouth, 11 points at home, I think he's very strong pick and can deal him as a midfielder, not a defender, and clean sheet as extra. But Liverpool are very good defensively and offering great stats and huge performance with 4 clean sheets in the first 5 games, which is a look on my team. Third defender will be from Liverpool again. It's Konate for only 5.1 million is a bargain, and I think Liverpool defense was doubling up on them and will get decent points in upcoming game weeks. Konsa is my 4.5 million defender from Aston Villa. I think it's between Konsa and Aina, but I think Konsa is experienced, playing for a more experienced team. I think Aston Villa will be slightly preferred than Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest had offered decent stats and decent performance for the start of the season, but I think Aston Villa will be my preferences, and Greaves my budget defender. In goal, unfortunately, it's not Raya. I sold Raya due to his doubts, and my budget can't afford him alongside Solanke and the new forward Wood for 6.1 million. Pedro unfortunately isn't fit, and it's time to get Flecken from Brentford. I'm not happy with Brentford's defensive stats, but I think with the fixtures improving, they may start to get some clean sheets and some saves points. Flecken is the top goalkeeper for saves, and I think it will help him get some points. So this is my final draft, my final wildcard team for game week 6. I really like this draft, and if you have some recommendation, if you have any question, it's very welcome. Thanks guys for watching, and can you like and subscribe for any info, and your comments are always welcome.